Hey there and good morning. I am John. Today is Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. It is time for my daily vlog. If you've been here before, you know the drill. Laid off from work November of last year? Yeah, a little over 3 months ago now, and rather than do the intelligent thing and look for a job, I decided to try to take my hobby of content creation and see what I could do to make it more sustainable and maybe the thing I do instead of a regular job. We'll see how it's going. It's an ongoing experiment, right? Well, let's start with our update. So let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was the live podcast edit over on Twitch, and several people showed up for that. We got the whole thing edited, which that's the great thing about that editing over there. Not only is it a great time, not only is it entertaining, for me at least, and for at least a handful of people that like to hang out and watch it, but it gets that done. It's a thing that used to take me several days and several sessions, and now I prep it for about an hour before the live stream on Tuesday, and then I knock it out on Tuesday, and all but the publishing. It's really great. Thanks to everybody that showed up. Several of you also renewed your Amazon Prime subscription over there. Thank you for that. That little bit goes, it adds up, and it doesn't cost you a penny. So thanks for those of you who did that. I got to do a quick shout out to Rick L, who I think I've mentioned here on the vlog before. He comments quite a bit, but man, he has been going bananas sharing out our stuff to his followers. I see stuff in Facebook, I see stuff in Twitter, just all the time. And if others of you are doing it, you're not tagging me, maybe I don't see it. I just mentioned Rick because he always tags us, so it pops up on my feed and I see it. And also, it's prevalent, it's all the time. And thank you so much, Rick. It's easy. It's so easy over time to be enthusiastic about something. Like we were all, we had lots and lots of people who were watching the first 2 weeks of this vlog, and then it kind of petered out to the folks who were just casually interested or hanging out. We had lots and lots of people doing a lot of recommendations, and then they kind of think they've done it. But you have to remember that social media posts are fleeting. Nobody is seeing your post from a month ago anymore. So doing it again, Rick just gets it. Thank you so much, Rick. I see you out there doing that. I see many of you, and as I see them and think of them, I'll try to remember to thank you personally here. It's just that kind of poke outside the bubble. I had a comment on on YouTube the other day on a video. My favorite comment in a long time, and this user wasn't necessarily trying to give me a good day, but boy, they did. The comment went something like, hey, I love your channel. Why has YouTube algorithm been hiding you from me for all these years? Now, you'd think that would be depressing because no. It tells me that there's another person who for years never knew we existed. And as soon as they did, they were excited about it. That's that poking outside the bubble thing that we've talked about. Get outside of your circle of friends that you know. And that comment was awesome to me because I'm like, look, there's somebody who is absolutely digging what we do who never knew it existed. That's why advertising is going to be so important. That's why word of mouth and recommendations and stuff like Rick is doing is so important. So I got off on a tangent after starting to talk about yesterday. Once the pod was done, I grabbed some lunch. I did get my hair cut. Hooray! It's much better now. And I was going to edit some short form videos out of the podcast as I talked about, but there's this other little side project that came up that I knew about that was coming, and it flared up yesterday. Great opportunity. My longtime friend and colleague who runs a social media company asked, hey, how about you edit some video for me in exchange for my consultation and some advertising dollars? And I'm like, yeah. So that footage dropped in my inbox yesterday. So I spent yesterday afternoon working on that. It's not completed yet. There's probably several more hours of it to do. I'm waiting for some more materials actually right now, but it kind of feels, especially this week, has been one of those. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. Let me finish where we're going. We're almost to 19,200 subscribers. Once we hit that, I'll let you know. We're maybe 30 shy of that, I guess. Let's talk about today then. I need I'm at a loss for what my next longer form video is. I have several things that I can do. It's many things I want to do are very large. So I'm going to look around for an easy small bite video, because here it is Wednesday and I have a packed week and I still have some more work to do on that barter video edit. But this has been so far like this week has been one of those squeeze the balloon kind of weeks. Do you know that little analogy where, there's a finite amount of air or water or sand or whatever in a balloon, and if you squeeze it somewhere, to get it to come out, get larger here, you have to squeeze it in another location. And that's kind of like how my time focus is. I've spent the beginning of this week, I squeezed the part of the balloon that was me working on long form videos to publish so that I had more resources to work on these external projects. I had Project P that I mentioned, which was kind of a pseudo consulting thing, and then I had some editing that's going to get us some advertising dollars, and I just can't do both at the same time. But I think this is a valuable detour. I know it's going to negatively impact views. I'm really just getting views right now from evergreen content and new shorts that I'm posting, because I don't have new stuff to post right now. I hope to by the end of the week. I always hope to do 2 or 3 long form videos in a week, but I've been chewing up this week with these other projects that I think help in the long term, though they're not visible on the stats today. And that's the way that I obsess over the stats, that's eating away at the back of my head, like you shouldn't do this, but I know these are valuable applications of my time, even though it's probably not visible to the external viewer, right? You're not seeing that, but when ads start popping, in a few weeks, and if something comes out of Project P, all that's gonna be a wax on, wax off situation where you don't know you're working on something till it all suddenly pays off. And I think then that I'm squeezing the balloon in the right way. I'm reallocating resources this week in a way to do some stuff that needs to be done, but doesn't necessarily benefit us in the near term, the immediate term, today kind of thing. So that's, I really just anticipated, the grind, video every day kind of thing, but there's more to it than that. There's more shells and more cups to move. There's more, the shell game, but I'm mixing metaphors. I think you know what I mean. There's more pieces of the machine than just these 2 cogs. So, well, that being said, it's time for, I also have to say I have a podcast recording tonight with 1980s Now. I can't wait to do that. It's going to be, we didn't do that all the month of January, so it's back in full swing this month. I think it's time to get back and get busy today. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out today's vlog. If you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here. Take great care of yourself. Have a good Wednesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.